welcomes you to Wednesday afternoon basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson alongside. David Aldridge is with us from the floor tonight. Here we go. Koulibaly with it. Left side Jackson. For three, Wembanyama. With the rebound.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
Now some have argued that Wembanyama deserved Defensive Player of the Year consideration in his rookie year.
And Kevin, I can see where they're coming from. His team went from a bottom 5 defense to a top 5 defense when he was on the floor. His impact is amazing.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And it ends up out of bounds, and they'll keep possession. And here's Chalmers from the arc. Rebounded by Jackson. And they're running. Here's Kamara. A three-pointer, no good. Chalmers outside. Traps in the tray.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. They get it again. Right wing. Ayton wide open. Nailed from three-point land.
And this is something Ayton has to keep developing. In this era, big men have to possess an outside jumper.
Took him no time at all on that one.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Now here's Leonard. And it's good off the back rim and in.
Such a smart offensive player. Leonard understands when to rise up there off the dribble.
Jackson, that's good.
This is that modern big man play. Tall guys who are comfortable draining shots from deep.
Great positioning on the putback. Chalmers has got 5 points so far.
He's so strong when he goes to work on the glass. One opening is all he'll need to finish the play, even if it's just a tip-in.
Pass to Koulibaly. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. He has 5.
And some serious ingenuity from Leonard there. He sees the opening and then just makes the right read.
Here's Koulibaly. Off target with his 3. Now Ayton. Out to the wing. Ayton a screen. Pass to Chalmers. Lets it go with a 3. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Koulibaly, no good.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Jackson has the open look. The shot goes down and he gets this game back to even. Jackson's got his second basket of the game.
Showing he can make this shot. Give Jackson Jr. room to take the triple. Oh, and he will.
And it's Banchero top the key. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whoever he's facing.
Kamara misses.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Yeah, he might have been feeling himself a little too much on that one. He can hit it, but not consistently.
Outside Leonard. From deep. Rebounded by Jackson.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And Chalmers slams it in.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
Jackson, that's good.
And really, he came into the game with that long-range shot looking great. Boy, he could wind up with a crazy number of threes today.
Here's Chalmers. 5 points in the game. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And Coulibaly gets it to go.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
Pass to Kamare. Jackson up top. Over Banchero. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Up 8. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Yeah, they're putting pressure on all the ball handlers, getting into the passing lanes and showing great anticipation.
Richard, during his rookie year, Victor Wembanyama had a game with 10 rebounds, 5 assists, 5 blocks, and 5 made threes, a 5-by-5 for the ages.
That was the first time someone put up those numbers in NBA history. Wemby is going to continue to do things we have never seen before.
Pass to Coulibaly. That's good, and so Chalmers with the assist. Coulibaly's got 6 points in the quarter.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's gonna put his foot on the pedal.
And the basket by Kamare.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Here's Coulibaly. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Coulibaly's got 11 points.
And they are starting to pull away here as the shots continue to fall.
Yeah, the D is looking helpless to stop them right now. They're doing whatever they want to do on offense.
And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
They've been able to attack the defense before they get set, really making the most of their fast break opportunities.
With the prospect of making a big lead even bigger.
And you got to jump at this chance. Stretch that lead out as much as possible.
Now here's Ayton. 5 points in the game. Jackson from long range. Rebounded by Chalmers. Here's Banchero. And finished off by Banchero.
Oh, big-time dunk by Banchero. I like seeing the aggressive side of this young man.
Kamare misses. Takes it out to Leonard. Launches a 3. Does not find the basket. His third miss. He's made just 1 so far. Kept alive. Pass to Ayton. Back to Chalmers. Fires the 3. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Fires the 3. And it's Ayton with the rebound. They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become. How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
From deep 3-point land. He's off on that one. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson.
And that's just a risky play. To make a heave like that, not worth it.
Wembanyama looking it over. It's rebounded by Coulibaly.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Chalmers outside. From deep three-point land. One-on-one fast break. And the basket by Kamare. Kamare's got 5 points now this quarter.
The team-first mindset of Jackson, willing to get the ball to his open guys.
Well, they can tack on a few more points onto this run.
Yeah, it is starting to become a big one.
This one for three. And Coulibaly gets it to go. Coulibaly's got 14 points.
And I don't care how far from the bucket he is. You've got to have a man on him. He's just too good from deep. Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip in. Out to the right wing. Pass to Ayton. Here's Chalmers. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now. 6 for 8 on the night.
Nice find from the big man, Ayton. I like watching this man scan the floor.
15 seconds left here in the second. From the arc. On the wing, Coulibaly launches it. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
3 points.
17 points in the game.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And, of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
27.
So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Delivering the blowout. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Now, Reddish. After Paolo Banchero misses from long range. Here's Black. Takes it inside. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Black's got his first bucket in this one.
Off and running right out the bat here to start the second half. A shot like that is a polite way to say, hey, coach, bench me.
Not only a terrible shot, but also at the worst possible time. That's just not a good idea.
And a strong finish with two hands.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And guys, to go on a big run, get some breathing space, it has to be a great play on each end.
Here's Dunn, and Kenneth Faried pulls it down.
I love the anticipation defensively there to get into the perfect spot.
Here's Ellison. No good from outside. Picked off in midair. Here's Black. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Dunn misses. Here's Black. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Black's got 6 here in this quarter. Pass to Black. Fires from deep. Ellison with the rebound. Now here's Faried. Nothing on the board. The tray. And it's Ayton with the rebound. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third.
And not many guys Irving's size are this good at blocking shots. Takes incredible timing and athleticism.
Here's Bitadze. Pass to Dunn. Here's Black. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Black's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Irving from long range. Here's Black. Fires for three. And here's Reddish.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
And Reddish with the slam.
Cam Reddish.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. Puts up a deep three. Done outside. There's the three. Up again. Planks the putback jam. Here's Fareed. Good on the triple.
What are you doing? You can't give a player like him that much space. Come on now.
To the middle. Irving with the steal. From outside the arc. Cranes it from beyond the arc. Irving's got himself on the board with three there.
And that's on the defense there. Gotta know the scouting report and understand that he loves his shot.
Three-pointer. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And guys, in the open court, that's where Dr. J has you holding your breath. He is a human highlight reel.
They set the pick. Will it go? They grab their own miss. Pass to Black. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. .46 seconds left in the third. The kick out to Irving. Buries it from three-point range. Irving's got 9 points in the quarter.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
The shot, no good.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Just go to show how tight your timing needs to be on this kind of play.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
This is snowballing for them. They've got to get a good look next time down.
Reddish. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Delivering the blowout. And when we return, we'll... And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Here's Black. Pass to Fareed. Fareed missing again.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And here's Chalmers for three. To the inside. Here's Ayton. It's rebounded by Leonard.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
And you have to feel for him. That's the kind of miss that will stick with you for a little bit.
Here's Kamare. From past the arc, hits the three-point bomb.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Effort like this makes you wonder if they've already packed it in for the game, ready to go on to the next. Gotta at least show a little heart out here.
Here's Koulibaly. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Koulibaly's got 19 points. The deep three from Wembanyama. Rebounded by Jackson. Ayton in the corner. There's the triple. And that comes off the assist by Mario Chalmers.
I love the confidence. Ayton knows he must continue to hone his jumper, especially shooting it off the catch.
Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Here's Kamare. Bangs home the trifecta. Kamare's got 6 in the quarter.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
With the way they're shooting, there's no need to look for any other shot. Just keep letting it rain.
And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. And here's the fast break. And Coulibaly gets it to go.
Yeah, it's easy to see why they go to him so often, because they know they can depend on him to come through for them.
And it's Banchero missing. Jackson, that's good.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
A 3 from Leonard. Buries the long-range jumper.
Just another place you have to take Leonard seriously. He's so capable from the outside.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wembanyama.
Away team ball.
Here's Kamare. Over in the corner, Chalmers. 6 to shoot. A three-pointer is right on target. Chalmers has got 19 points.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
Leonard. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. There's Jackson with the 3. Rebounded by Chalmers. And Wembanyama launches it from deep. And that comes off the assist by Mario Chalmers.
How about the range? Wembanyama has that rare ability at the center spot.
Sinks the triple.
3 points.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Lets the 3 fly. Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
Jackson's been shooting it with so much confidence. Defense, they can't really slow him down right now.
First personal foul. Second team foul. Coming onto the floor for the away team.
1:22 left in the fourth quarter of this one. The 3 drills it from outside.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Outside Irving. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Boy, that was a big shot.
And stunned silence, guys. That's the atmosphere in here after that shot.
And when Wembanyama is connecting from deep, he is downright unguardable. This is how special a talent he is.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And it's rebounded by Dr. J, Julius Irving. To the right side. The 3 from Chalmers. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
This is what you expect from him, just coming alive and dominating in effortless fashion here in the fourth.
And getting some revenge. Banchero putting him on notice at the arc.
And here's Chalmers for 3. Can't hit that one. 19 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's Banchero. Here's Wembanyama. And there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
Now, you have to be aware of Wembanyama on the boards. Really keep a body on it.
Well, he's not the tallest guy on the roster, but man, can he board or what?
The visiting club takes the win on the road. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
And that's exactly right.
sports and another exciting edition of NBA Ball. Along with Grant Hill and Brent Barry and our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Here we go. Outside Koulibaly. Back to Jackson. Fires it. Kawhi Leonard comes up with a rebound.
That's a shot he'd like back. He's usually going to make those.
And despite his injury history, Kawhi still has the ability to take over games, Brent.
Yeah, does it feel, B.A., that Kawhi sometimes is even more patient and more deliberate in the way he delivers in games? I think he's the type of talent that can slow himself and the game down at his will and still be a lockdown defender.
Pass to Chalmers. From deep three-point range, another miss. He's 0 for 2 now. In transition, here they come. Kamari, no good.
And even though he couldn't send the shot back at him, he certainly altered it.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
Here's Kamari. Connects from downtown.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Leonard, good.
Kawhi like a robot out there just shrugging off the contact. Beep, boop, pop, pop.
Launches it. Nails it from beyond the arc. Kamari's got 6.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Now here's Koulibaly. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Wembanyama with it. Jackson in his pocket. Here's Leonard. The rebound by Jackson. Here's Kamari to the inside. It's stolen by Wembanyama. Here's Koulibaly. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. The 3. And that one's good. Koulibaly.
Oh, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
The 3 from Banchero. The shot misses. Pass to Ayton. And here's Koulibaly. Ayton with a screen. Here's the 3. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. First quarter of basketball. Just over 2.5 minutes played so far. Oh, wasted no time on that one. Leonard's gotten his second bucket of the game.
Nice teamwork. The right guy ends up with the ball in his hands, and Kawhi finishes that possession.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
There's Jackson with the 3. Here's Chalmers. Gets the 3 to fall.
Well, this is one of the reasons you can run the offense through Kawhi Leonard. He just makes good decisions.
Here's Kamari. He hits the back iron and sinks it. Give him 8.
Some defenses are designed to yield the mid-range shot. For him, that's a good look.
Here's Wembanyama. He can't hit that time. Here's Koulibaly. And the three-pointer goes. Koulibaly's got 6.
That's a good find from Ayton, understanding the defensive scheme, and he just waited for his teammate to be open.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-up, so maybe just a step too far.
And you know, his team wants Jackson Jr. to keep taking these threes, knowing it'll help open up this offense even more.
Here's Koulibaly. He has 6. Ayton with a screen. From behind the arc. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. Let's see if they want to go 2 for 1 here, Grant.
Hey, looking at the clock, I'd say yes.
Leonard can't get it to go. Right side, Koulibaly. Pass to Kamari. Launches a 3. Leonard pulls down the board.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
And Banchero gets it to go.
Yeah, this is a part of Banchero's game they'd like to develop here in the league.
Here's Chalmers. Back to Jackson. The three is up. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. From downtown. And no good. A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. They lead by a bucket. Quarter number 2 coming up right after this break. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, it's simple. I mean, they started off strong, and they've been hot from beyond the arc since the get-go.
They just couldn't seem to know what it was that they needed to do and how to stick them from outside. The defense pretty lost.
Pass to Chalmers. The three ball. Rebounded by Kamari.
He came out today planning to do as much damage from three-point range as possible. Well, it looks like it's time to change up the plan, guys. Defensively, you have to stay connected to him at all times, or he will bury you.
And Brent, what you like about Toumani Camara, he'll get in there and do the dirty work for you.
Well, what a ride for him to get the recognition to become an NBA draft pick. He did all the little things to put himself in a position to succeed, and then all of a sudden can get on the floor and contribute in so many ways. Versatile defender, knocks down some mid-range shots. These are the kind of guys who you love to see build out a career.
And that goes out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Here in the second quarter, a little over a minute of play. Chalmers. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. It's his first trip to the line. He's off on the first.
Mario Chalmers. 2 shots.
And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time.
And for him, that is an ugly trip to the line. Rarely do you see him do that.
And Irving gets it to go.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Leonard, left side. From deep three-point land. Fareed grabs the board. Pass to Reddish. Fires from deep. Hits a three-pointer. Reddish has got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, he's just got such a nice, easy release on the three ball. Reddish not looking rushed.
And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Here's Black. Sinks the tray.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
And Bataze gets it to go. Lets the three fly. The shot by Fareed, no good. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Here's Reddish. Ellison grabs the board.
Not a bad shot from the mid-range. The D's giving it to him, and he's usually got an eye in that kind of range.
Irving, that's good.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. These are his first free throws of the game. That one misses.
At the line for the away team.
Good on the second one. And here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Pass to Ellison. From deep. And that's good. Irving for 3. Irving's got 8 points in the quarter.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be guarding him. Ridiculous lapse there defensively.
Black, no good. Outside Irving. On target from range. Irving's got 11 points.
The three-point shot has been his weapon of choice this quarter.
Here's Black. Buries it from 3.
Give their offense some love. They've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, that along with maintaining the pace of play right now, playing with tons of intensity.
Here's Batase. And that time also a missed shot. There's a minute 12 left to play in the second quarter. Reddish misses. Here's Dunn. No good on the 3. Outside Irving. This one for 3. They get it back. Fires for 3. It's rebounded by Batase. It's been a devastating night for them. Nothing has come easy, Grant.
Nothing indeed. Even when they've tried to make adjustments, it just hasn't worked.
9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. The shot by Dunn, no good.
Defense dodged the bullet that time. Total breakdown.
The shot by Fareed, no good. They're having very little success right now.
And they really could take a different approach, right? Find something that works.
Here's Black. Pass to Fareed. There's the triple. Pure from three-point range. Fareed's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Delivering the blowout. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports. Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Here's Black. The three-pointer off the mark. Here's Ellison. Still without a bucket. Here's Irving. Banked it in off the glass.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
And Reddish gets it to go.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Here's Dunn. Outside Reddish. Launches it from deep. And it's Irving with a rebound. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Batase. Deflects the pass. Tries to save it. Takes a 3. That shot off.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
He buries it from 3. Reddish has got 5.
You can't back off of Reddish. He's going to let it rip.
Ellison's shot is good.
And clearly he needs no time to warm up.
Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it.
He just couldn't finish the job that time. And too bad, because it was a nice look.
And it's Irving missing. Now here's Dunn. No points yet. Goes back up. And Ayton with the lay-in.
Ayton's so big inside, he turns a miss into an opportunity.
Irving for 3. Sinks it from distance. Pass to Black. Inside. Here's Ayton. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Here's Reddish. Drops in the 3. Reddish has gotten his second bucket. Here's Black. Offline with a 3. It's an even 3-on-3 break. Here's Dunn. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Second personal foul.
No good on the free throw. So both teams making some changes here.
The away team.
That one misses. Boy, you love how guys are making plays for one another here.
Yeah, just a balanced attack, a total team effort. And guys, this is why coaches value playing with pace.
Kind of get a team defensively on their heels, and if you can keep pushing and keep attacking, they'd never find some kind of defensive balance to help slow you down.
Here's Chalmers. That one's good for 2. Chalmers has got 5 now.
I just think that's trouble. You're gonna let that guy shoot layups. You're asking for it.
And that one's good. Koulibaly.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
Just such a terrific dunker.
Man, born to fly, that's for sure. Pass to Chalmers. 4-3. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board. Now here's Banchero. Here's Kamare. Jacks up a 3. It's rebounded by Banchero.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Wembanyama, no good. They have really been in control of this one.
You don't want to get complacent here.
And it's Chalmers missing. Oh, they pick off the pass. There's the 3. That one doesn't drop. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Puts up a deep 3. And it's Koulibaly missing. Pass to Ayton. And Ayton with the stuff.
The classic big man rim run as Ayton just gets out in the open floor.
The shot by Dunn, no good. And it's been tough going for their half-court offense.
Yeah, this defense is in their heads, anticipating their every move.
From deep three-point land. Unable to get that one. And as we conclude the third, pretty much a blowout here. It's been a one-sided affair.
66.
Delivering the blowout. All right, we're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of... And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Here's Chalmers. Outside Koulibaly. Gets the 3 ball to go.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
And they're on the break. And that one's good. Chalmers.
And just Shakespearean there, a smart read. Saw the defense was collapsing inside, so he wisely pulled up from the outside and drilled it.
And so the ball out of bounds. Ayton touched it last. From deep. An absolute bomb from three-point range. They're enjoying a sizable lead.
And what I like, BA, they haven't stopped pressing the issue.
Pass to Koulibaly. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
Just great hands for Ayton to time that one.
For 3. The shot by Dunn, no good. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth. There's Jackson with the 3. Sends it home from three-point land.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
I mean, this team is just dangerous. Right now, every shot that they're putting up feels like it's going in.
It's rebounded by Banchero.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts. Chance at a three-point opportunity here. One free throw coming up. The free throw no good for Wembanyama.
And with the 8-foot wingspan of Wembanyama, it feels like he releases the ball halfway to the bucket.
Here's Chalmers. No good from outside.
It's clear he's totally out of sync. The team needs to rethink its strategy around what to do with him. This has been their game plan here in the final period. We'll see if it continues to work out.
It's one thing to have teams shoot a bunch of threes, but with this team being that hot defensively, you got to chase them away from anywhere near that line.
Nails it from 3. Chalmers has got 9 points now in the second half.
And let's face it, when you're down this many points, you simply can't let them get that good of a look.
Teachable moment there. Lapses like this are backbreakers.
Ayton with a screen from outside the arc, and it's Chalmers missing. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Pass to Jackson. From the arc. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Puts up a deep 3. Can't hit that one.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
Chalmers. Off target with the 3. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. And the shot's good. So it's the home team now. Pass to Kamari. Here's Chalmers. Ayton with a screen. A deep 3. Rebounded by Dunn.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
And it's Chalmers missing. Jackson with it. Picked up by Coulibaly. Jackson can't get it to go. Fires away from way outside. Chalmers with a rebound.
I have no clue why he pulled up from there. At this point in the game, it just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, well, the bloopers, right?
During this final quarter, he's erupted from outside the arc. Just assume every 3 he takes now is going in.
40 seconds left in the fourth quarter. There's Jackson with the 3. The long distance 3 is buried.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
Outside Coulibaly. 6 on the shot clock. Fires from way outside. Dunn outside. Banchero outside. From deep 3-point range. He can't get it to go. There's Jackson with the 3. No good. And so the home crowd treated.
the NBA. Alongside Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Here we go. And so off the tip, it's Albuquerque. Grant goes in, and he banks in the layup.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Now, here's Anunoby. Back to Grant. Shaq with the screen. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Driving in. And yes, it's good.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Chalmers scanning the floor. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Here's Kamara. A putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Leonard. And it's blocked. Wembanyama outside. From outside, off the mark. All right, Stan, let's put that coaching hat back on you. How in the world would you game plan for a player like Victor Wembanyama?
Well, that's a great question, Kevin, and there are no great answers because he's so good. I think when you're guarding him, you want to be as physical as you can and keep him as far away from the basket as possible to negate his length. Defensively, or when you're on offense, his defense, I think you want to use his instincts to block shots against him, take the ball at him, draw him, and get the ball to open people.
3 points.
Sounds like a good plan.
Yeah, but if it were that good, it would work more often against the guy that good.
And Chalmers slams it in.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fella.
A serious power move from the point.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And here's Chalmers for three. Victor Wembanyama grabs the rebound. Pass to Warwick. And stolen by Anunoby. Tipped away. Koulibaly with it. He's picked up by Anunoby. Here's Warwick. Connects from three-point range. Warwick's got 5 now.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
Wembanyama gets the bucket.
And a big man who moves like a guard. Wembanyama is an absolute terror when he slices inside.
Pass to Grant. Anunoby outside. 6 to shoot. And it's on its way from Chalmers for 2. Albuquerque again can't hit it. Here's Warwick. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. There's the triple. That ball is in the basket now. He's shot 6 and made 3 of them.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
Yeah, now it's all about maintaining this lead, but you can't start playing it safe. You got to keep attacking and executing.
Outside for Wembanyama. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Wembanyama's got his second bucket.
Sometimes you watch Wembanyama and think this guy is a cheat code, hitting threes at well over 7 feet tall. I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Now, Koulibaly. Nothing on the board. Over to the wing. Pass to Kamare. Here's Warwick. No good on the three. Outside Leonard. Over Koulibaly. O'Neal. And the dunk by O'Neal.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Off the inbound. No good that time.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Up 8. And we'll be back. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Throughout the first quarter, they did a great job of just running the offense.
Yeah, and I love to see this kind of communication between teammates. Great player movement, great ball movement.
Takes it inside. Grant gets a wide open look. Off target from outside. Chalmers outside. Second shot opportunity. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
And so he makes both from the line.
Well, you have to appreciate a big man who can step up to the line and knock it down with confidence.
Anunoby in the corner. The baseline jam. Ellison with the rebound.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
One of the best 3 and D wings in the league. Well, let's start with OG Anunoby, who excels from the corner.
And Kevin, about 45% on quarter threes the last couple seasons. So OG can space that floor horizontally. That's in addition to his elite defensive ability.
Chalmers outside. Albuquerque again can't hit it. To the left side wing. They set the pick. Shoots a 3. Rebound by Albuquerque. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill. I mean, he makes plays like that in his sleep. The game is just far too easy.
Pass to Brewer. Shoots the 3. And Shaquille O'Neal pulls it down. Albuquerque trails by 13. Here's Anunoby. Got it. Good job in the low post. Anunoby's got his first bucket in this one. Chalmers outside. Launches it. A three-pointer is right on target.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Outside, O'Neal. Pass to Anunoby. Back to O'Neal. Just 5 on the clock. That's tipped, and they're able to recover from deep three-point land. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Now, here's Chalmers. He has 6. And that one's good, Ellison. Ellison's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
2 minutes remaining.
And he drives in. Here's Chalmers. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. This is his first free throw of the game. And the first one drops. No good on the second free throw. And they've had a tough time scoring in the half court.
Credit the defense for making it hard on them. They've done a great job of disrupting the timing and spacing of their offense.
Albuquerque trails by 16. Clinks the dunk off the rim. Here's Mobo. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important. Well, look, if he misses that shot, coach might think of benching him. He's pretty fortunate he got that one to go. Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Here's Chalmers. Good. Score the basket. Mark him 4 for 8. Shooting 50% so far.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. Here's Leonard, and there's the drive, and then Leonard with the dunk.
That's what this coaching staff has encouraged Leonard to do. They want him in attack mode.
Pass to Brewer. Puts up a 3. Rebounded by Chalmers. Albuquerque trails by 17. Here's Ananobi. That 3 off the mark.
Well, that's what the defense has to do. Make that shot as uncomfortable for him as possible.
Chalmers outside. Sweet move. It's blocked. And as it goes out of bounds, Albuquerque able to keep the ball here.
Substitution on the court.
8 seconds left in the first half of the game.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
And here's Chalmers from the arc. Mobo. And so that brings the first half to a close.
With the score.
Up by 15. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Pass to Brewer. Here's the 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Brewer's got 7 points in the game.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Here's Alexander. To the wing on the left. Reddish. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. On the wing, Brewer. Offensive rebound.
Well, playing his role to perfection, using his size to control the glass for his team.
Pass to Dunn. He can't hit that time.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
On the wing, Brewer. Here's Mobo. Drains the three-pointer. 7 points in the game.
The defense gave him a little space, and he took advantage.
Here's Alexander. He has yet to score. Driving the lane. It's good on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Out to the wing. Here's Reddish. And a miss there on the triple. Albuquerque trails by 19. Here's Jackson. Ellison with the rebound. They're running. And here's Chalmers from the arc. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Albuquerque shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
First team foul.
And that one falls for Alexander.
At the line for two, Courtney Alexander.
And so he hits both. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Pass to Reddish. Launches a three. Rebound by Albuquerque. Now here's Dunn. It's stolen by Reddish. Chalmers surveying the D. Wow, through the contact, and that three almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
First team foul. Shooting for the away team.
And he's good on the second.
Mario Chalmers taking 3 shots.
And he makes all 3. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. And here is Dunn. Scoreless thus far. And Mario Chalmers gets the whistle that time. And that'll be his third foul so far.
Foul. Second team foul. Substitution for the away team.
And so here's Albuquerque.
55.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Some changes for Albuquerque.
Tumani Kamare. Second personal foul.
It's picked off.
Team foul. Substitution on the court.
Pass to Warwick. Lets it go with a 3. Drills it from outside. Warwick's got 11 points.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
O'Neal drives in. Shot clock at 6. From the top of the key. Chalmers outside. Takes the 3. Rebounded by Victor Wembanyama. Knocked away. Leonard with the steal. Pulls up on the wing. Will not go. This is off the front iron. And a wide open look for Wembanyama. And it's off from three-point range. Well, some have argued that Wembanyama deserved Defensive Player of the Year consideration in his rookie year.
And, Kevin, I can see where they're coming from. His team went from a bottom 5 defense to a top 5 defense when he was on the floor. His impact is amazing.
Kicks it out to Leonard. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Leonard's got his second basket of the game. Pass to Coulibaly. A wide open look here for Wright. Hits the three-point bomb.
Well, that's just excellent offense. If the defense is giving that up, you've got to take it.
Ball stolen. Here's Warwick. And the 3 off target. So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Simply put out of control is how they played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline.
Pass to Coulibaly. Three-pointer. They get it again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
And the rejection by Wembanyama. The 3 quarters of play all in the books. And this one all but over already. Delivering the blowout. And we're coming right back. Be sure. And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Chalmers outside, looking to get it going. Wembanyama with the rebound.
Well, his shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
Good on the triple.
Oh, nice setup by Wembanyama. On top of everything else, this guy has an incredible IQ.
Pass to O'Neal. Chalmers with it. Anunoby in the corner. Here's Shaq. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
First personal foul.
Well, sending Shaq to the line here is on paper the smart foul, but O'Neal might just make them regret it.
2 shots.
He hits the second from the line. Now, Wright. Fires for 3. Outside for Wembanyama. From past the arc. It's rebounded by Anunoby. And so Anunoby will bring it up for Albuquerque. 18 feet out.
Away team foul.
And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Personal foul.
It's going to be on Victor Wembanyama. First one falls for.
Line for Albuquerque.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2. And here's the fast break. Great open look there. Koulibaly's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, he saw the defender back, and he got the look he liked from 3 and capitalized.
Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. And here's the break. 3-pointer right. That drops. Nice feed that time from Wembanyama.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
Yeah, it's always a little risky to lean this hard on the 3-point shot. But when you're knocking him down, you might as well keep riding it.
And they're getting points, they're getting stops, and this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Pass to Kamare. Here's Warwick. The 3. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
And it's on its way from Chalmers for 2. And he can't stop the run as he misses. On the wing, Koulibaly. Wembanyama outside. Sinks the triple.
And I like when Wembanyama is aggressive on offense because defenses feel helpless to stop it.
Here's Leonard. It's deflected. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Kept alive. He can't get that one.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
They've been looking out of sorts in the last few possessions.
And this is when you need to be patient. Find a high percentage shot and have some floor balance.
From outside the arc, the rebound by Grant.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And finished off by O'Neal.
Guys, I feel bad for the rim on that one. Shaq is one powerful dude. And you could see he knew exactly where that long rebound was coming off, able to get there quickly and snatch it up.
The second effort. Got a piece of it.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
Third personal foul. Second team foul. Coming onto the floor.
A minute 20 left in the fourth quarter.
Number 22.
Here's Chalmers. It's rebounded by Warwick.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
Kawhi
And the foul called on Kawhi
First
Leonard.
personal foul.
That's his
Second
first
team
foul. A 3 from Wembanyama. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
3.
And Wembanyama's ability to pick and pop from anywhere on the floor puts defenders on their heels.
Anunoby outside. The shot. Albuquerque again can't hit it. Here's Wembanyama for 3. Gets the 3-pointer to fall.
And it's just competing. You know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
Right from outside. Rebound by Albuquerque. 36 seconds left in the fourth. It's stolen by Wembanyama. Fires away from outside. The offensive rebound. And that one drops.
He's not looking at the score. He's staying focused, and he's staying active.
Well, you have to play like it's a tight game. You cannot let up in this league.
No, that's some fancy ball handling right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble?
Right outside. Back to Wembanyama. Puts up a deep three. Misses the shot. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. A resounding victory for them. welcomes you to Wednesday afternoon basketball. Kevin Harlan here with you. Joining me tonight, Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. Our buddy David Aldridge is on the sideline getting stories.
Here we go.
Here's Warwick. Wembanyama outside. Pass to Kamare. Right from outside. Good on the triple.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here's Chalmers. Drives to the hoop. And it's right, sending it back. And here we go. Here's Warwick. No good from outside. Leonard with the ball. Out guarded by Wembanyama. Chalmers surveying the D. And it's off from three-point range. Here's Wright. Count that one. Wright's got 5.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
And one thing that makes Leonard's shot so effective is the backspin. Gives him that magic touch.
First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Here's Anunoby. That's tipped. It's right on the wing. And he's good on the 3-ball. 8 points for him.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness. Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Straight power, homie. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely a resounding dunk.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
To the paint. Here's O'Neal. And the dunk by O'Neal.
O'Neal is a force of nature. Once he gets it that low, it is a foregone conclusion.
Well, you love the unselfishness, makes the next pass, and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
And the basket by Chalmers. Chalmers has got his second bucket.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
And it's Wright missing.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
It's a tall challenge trying to contain Shaq, especially when he's operating close to the basket.
Shoots the 3. Rebounded by Chalmers. Left side, Grant. Here's Shaq. I missed that time. Would have put him up. Here's Warwick. Goes back up. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
It's on Kawhi Leonard.
Team foul.
A generational talent. For Wembanyama, the sky is the limit and the reality.
Coach, only 2 players have led the NBA in blocks as a rookie. Manute Bol and our favorite, Victor Wembanyama.
Well, Kevin, Wembanyama is already special defensively, not only as a shot blocker, but the amount of ground that he can cover to affect shots. And there are people around the league that believe that he can become the best defender of all time. Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Albuquerque shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
Second team foul.
And the first one drops.
Shooting for Albuquerque, Mario Chalmers.
And so Chalmers nails both of them.
Yeah, great effort tonight, and he's been rewarded with trips to the line.
Three-pointer right. That's no good. It's his second miss. He's made 4. A floater. Grant with the bucket, getting it done inside. It's all knotted up.
Yeah, Leonard really utilizing the vision to find the crack in the defensive coverage.
A 3 from Wembanyama. Rebound by Albuquerque.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Chalmers. And Chalmers slams it in.
You know, flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Sometimes you watch Wembanyama and think this guy is a cheat code, hitting threes at well over 7 feet tall.
It's stolen by Wembanyama. Here's Horton, and Grant sends it back. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Grant. Just 4 seconds left in the first. And here's Chalmers for 3. And so both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter.
Your home team
Up 1. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the... And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
I know it's early, but all those three-pointers, boy, do they add up.
And with each made 3, their confidence continues to build. Their opposition might want to change their approach to try to slow them down.
Intercepted. On the wing, Brewer. Pass to Chalmers. There's the 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. Chalmers has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
That's a layup for him. He's just too open.
It's deflected. They get it back. Second shot opportunity. And O'Neal gets it to go. Shaq's got 6 points.
The strength of O'Neal is otherworldly.
Pass to Brewer. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Anunoby. And here's O'Neal. He'll bring it up for Albuquerque. Trailing by 2. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And Leonard makes it look easy. Incredible at getting inside and just finishing with physicality.
Now, here's Chalmers. And a miss there on the triple. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Here's Chalmers. And again, it's Albuquerque.
You know what? Sometimes something good can come out of a bad possession.
Fires from deep. And Mario Chalmers gets the 3. Chalmers has got 6 here in this quarter. To the inside. And here's the fast break. And the wide open shot from Reddish. Nails the open triple off the fast break.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
Chalmers outside. Brewer with the steal. And here's the fast break. Here's Mobo. From outside, off the mark. Albuquerque trails by 4.
Team foul. First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Jackson misses. Pass to Ellison. His 3-pointers off the mark. Dunn looking over the floor. Reddish. Back to Dunn. Lots of room. Mobo with the rebound.
Well, you couldn't ask for a better look. That's one he's got to knock down.
Brewer with the ball. And it's Reddish picking him up.
Remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Back to Brewer. Fires for 3. Good, and it's Chalmers with the assist that time. Brewer's got himself going there. His first points of the game in the deep ball. Pass to Bitadze. Here's the screen. Albuquerque again can't hit it.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Here's Mobo. Here's Ellison. Here's Brewer. On the wing, Brewer. It's stolen by Reddish. Here's Alexander. Jackson has the open look. No good, and they can't put an end to this drought. Here's Brewer. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Brewer's got 6 here in this quarter.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
And they pick up 2. Jackson's got his first points in this one.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Substitution on the court.
Albuquerque trails by 8. Driving to the basket. And Chalmers slams it in.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. I don't mean style points.
Yet another 3. Once we hit the second quarter, it just seems as if those threes just started to fall like raindrops.
Back to Brewer. Puts up a 3. Rebound by Albuquerque. Grant outside. Puts the move on. Mobo with the rebound. Now here's Brewer. Pass to Chalmers. Shoots over O'Neal. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And that does it for the first half of play. Leading by 9. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter. We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Chalmers outside. Pass to O'Neal. Rebounded by Victor Wembanyama. Well, some have argued that Wembanyama deserved Defensive Player of the Year consideration in his rookie year.
And, Kevin, I can see where they're coming from. His team went from a bottom 5 defense to a top 5 defense when he was on the field. His impact is amazing.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Wembanyama outside. A three-pointer off the mark. Albuquerque trails by 9. It's deflected. To the left wing. To the left side wing. From downtown. Oh, free ball. Wembanyama.
Well, so many bigs excel from three-point range these days, and he's right up there with the best of them.
And the wide open shot from Chalmers. Albuquerque again can't hit it. Stolen by Anunoby. Grant gets a wide open look. Good, and the assist goes to O'Neal. Grant's got 7 points in the game. And a wide open look for Wembanyama. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Shaq's shot is good. He's got 10.
Well, that's what you want. Get him the ball and see if he can close the gap.
Three-pointer right. Rebound by Albuquerque. Anunoby outside. And again, it's Albuquerque.
And it's crucial that Anunoby knocks down that jumper, showing how skilled he is from the perimeter.
Pass to Warwick. And Warwick with the stuff.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Here's Anunoby. Rebounded by Victor Wembanyama. And Mario Chalmers gets the whistle that time.
Mario Chalmers.
That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Warwick. Fires away from way outside. Kamare misses. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for Albuquerque. 7-point differential. Shaq with the screen. It's stolen by Wembanyama. Here's Kamare. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Well, he saw the defender back, and he got the look he liked from three and capitalized.
Pass to Shaq. It's stolen by Wembanyama. Takes it inside. And the jam by Warwick.
Oh, nice setup by Wembanyama. On top of everything else, this guy has an incredible IQ.
Back to Grant. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
This is his first free throw of the game. And the second free throw, good. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And so he makes both from the line. Albuquerque trails by 13. Pass to Ellison. And here is Brewer. There's the screen. Jacks up a three. Rebound by Mario Chalmers. And Albuquerque with the possession. They get a hand on it. And Chalmers with a clear path to the hoop. They get the rebound. Lets the three fly. And the three ball is good. Brewer's got 9.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
Mobile. Back to Chalmers. Launches it. The rebound by Grant.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
Here's Shaq. That shot off. 4-on-3 break. Pass to Chalmers. Here's Reddish. Launches a three. And the basket by Brewer. He's got 12.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the three is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
43.
And as we end. And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. They set the pick. Pass to Kamare. Back to Coulibaly. Nailed from three-point land.
He is cold-blooded. Drops the dagger. Piles on to what was already a big lead.
And defensively, that kind of effort is just not going to cut it.
Home team foul. Kamara. First personal foul. First team foul.
Back to Jackson. And stolen by Wright.
And add that steal to the list of things they've done right here tonight. It's been a dominant performance at both ends.
Well, that's just poor transition defense. He's too good a shooter to leave open out there.
And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys, so that's a free basket right there.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Done with it. And the wide open shot from Reddish. And again, it's Albuquerque. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. A wide open look here for Wright. Hands it from downtown.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Well, if you're looking to get points in a hurry as the game clock's running down, that's certainly the way to do it.
Done shot's good. It's been a nice stretch for them offensively.
I mean, the communication's great. The movement's been really good. This is solid team basketball.
Pass to Warwick. And Wembanyama outside. 6 to shoot. Put him up in the air with the pump fake and then took advantage.
Everywhere on the floor, Wembanyama is a walking mismatch.
Outside Jackson. It's rebounded by Warwick. From outside the arc. Drills it from outside. Warwick's got 9 points now in just the second hit.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
To the wing right side. Coulibaly with it. Now guarded by Dunn. Pass to Wembanyama. There's the triple. Bangs home the trifecta. Wembanyama's got 5 points in the quarter.
Standing tall in the corner. Wembanyama, nice stroke.
Here's Alexander. Back to Jackson. Done with it. Jackson down low. And that one is good.
Well, his rebounding is such a boost for this team, especially when it comes on the offensive end.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
And stolen by Wright. Here's Kamare. Wembanyama, that's for 2. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
And I like when Wembanyama is aggressive on offense because defenses feel helpless to stop him.
Well, that's why he's out there using his size in the paint.
This one for 3. Rebound by Albuquerque. Pass to Reddish. And he goes in for the dunk.
Well, if you're going to let him get that close to the rim, that's what's going to happen. Leaving no room for error with the slam.
Jackson with it. And DeLon Wright gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second team foul.
1:10 left in the fourth. Here's Alexander. Offline with his 3.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Wembanyama with plenty of space. That doesn't go either for Wembanyama. Here's Jackson. And it's done in the corner. The shot, no good. Pass to Wright. Here's Warwick. The tray. Doesn't go that time. And Albuquerque with the possession. Here's Bitadze. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
First personal foul. Third.
Here's Warwick. Pass to Wembanyama. Now here's Wright. The three. And it's Victor Wembanyama with the three. 5 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pulls it up. Alexander gets the bucket. And so they get the victory here at home. They won this game going away. They were the better.